Hello, everyone. We're doing a multi-stream, so we've got Killer Cubes. I am Star Fox. For those of you on Killer TV, I am Von Shep. And if you're on Killer TV or Twitch, I am the Killer Gamer. And you are about to witness a project I've been spending the past several weeks on. Every day for hours a day. This happens to be a ride, a very scenic ride from my main base to the pretty much like the origin of the world, close to spawn near 00. And I have a minecart rail going the whole way. It is over 25,000 blocks, and it's not a straight line. It is not a floating platform. This is a decorated, designed, supported scenic route with stops along the way that we're going to be taking. The ride itself could take about an hour, but since we're going to make some stops on along the way, it's going to take a little bit longer than an hour. All right. Well, are you folks ready for a minecart ride? Maybe. I don't know if anyone's out there. Okay, so this is my main base. And if you look at the coordinates up here, up in the upper right, you're going to see -7853, -20845. So right there, we're 20,000 blocks away. We are, I mean, this could be over 30,000 blocks. It's hard to say because it kind of loops around in some areas. But yeah, it's over 25,000 blocks. And so this is a poly world, or one world with merged separate worlds onto one map, different terrain generators, and stuff like that. And this area here dates back to 1.8.7. Hang on a second, I forgot to do something important. Forgot to do something important here, and that's to pull up the chat. Those that are on vertical, I forgot to do that. People will be chatting and I won't be hearing it. That's not good. Oh, I suppose I could use that, huh? Give me a moment, because I will have this ready in just a moment. Okay. No one has shown up yet. They may not, with it being a Sunday, but that's okay. I'm planning on doing a video too. Okay. I think we're all set here. So yeah, this is my main base here. We're going to clear up the weather. Just like that, magic! So yeah, this was originally a 1.8.7 large biomes world that's merged into another one. And this was an area that both my wife and I had created, used to play in. What is Lawless Vision saying? Let's eat? Let's eat what? What are you saying? What are you saying? Do I play Roblox? No. I don't play Roblox. Not really into that. Never really tried it. Anyways, yeah, so this is the main base. This is where I spent most of the work on. That was all done in survival mode. Now, the rail itself was done in creative. There's no way in heck that I did it in survival. Although there is a section of rail that was done in survival, and we will talk about that. Some of you may be thinking, why don't you just make something in the Nether? Well, I do, actually. Let's just show you that real briefly here. So I have a rail here that goes out somewhere. That was done in survival mode. I have another one over here that was done in survival. But then we got something up on the Nether roof that was not done in survival. And I've got an ice highway up there. Let's eat cheese. I think I ran out of cheese, actually. Okay, so I have an ice highway up here. And this goes to quite a few locations in this world, which is, I don't know, like 30,000, 40,000 blocks going north and 120,000 blocks going south. So yeah, this connects a large area. But I wanted to have a regular old-fashioned minecart connecting between here and the spawn point of the world. And I'm glad I did, because there are stops along the way, and it is scenic. We have got a scenic ride ahead of us. This rail is not some floating platform. Okay. It's okay, that's not the right way. It doesn't float up in the air. All right, it's got supports. It's not a 1 block wide rail or anything like that. It's got design. Now, it'll start off as a 1 wide block, but then it will change. So everything over in this area, I wanted to kind of design it similar to what I would have done if it had been in survival. So that way it kind of blends in with what I actually did. And then it'll get more detailed as we go. And you'll get to see the terrain change as well. Lawless Vision over there. He's getting all hungry and stuff. Alright, so we need a boat. I think I have one over here. Oh, dang it. I need to grab myself something here. I got a better idea. Let me just switch to survival mode here. There, that's better. Oh, yes, and I do have a boat. Okay. So we are going to the rail station, which we can only get to by boat. We got a bridge over here. That is my storage warehouse. That is my statue, because everyone here worships me. And right over here, got another boat over here. This is the rail. Here we go. So it starts off there. We got a couple of villagers selling their stuff. Grab ourselves a minecart here. I don't need a button. Oh, I guess I'll just hold on to it. We are at Lakeside Prosper, inside the country of Nightfalls. Hello, Canon 2014. Can you please you cookie? What? Sure. All right, folks, here we go. This is going to be the ride of the century. Also, I have daylight on, so that way we can see the scenery. Again, we are in 1.8.7 terrain right now. Large biomes, but that will be changing. Hope this works. Woohoo! Awesome. Yeah, you're going to love this. This is probably going to be one of the coolest minecart rides you've ever seen. I'm not just saying that. Because I have never seen anyone do a ride like the one that we're going to see. And I did it just because I wanted to. There's 6! Look at those mountains. Oh man, I love the old terrain. The old terrain's just got character. You'll notice that my rail has supports. It doesn't float. Oh yeah, it's going to look awesome at night. Just wait, Lawless. It gets better. You have seen nothing yet. There are stops along the way. I was thinking about putting a door there. That a little waterfall we're going underneath. Stay off my rail, sheep. Now this next area is an area that I would love to build in. And that's here. This looks like a fantastic place to put a city. This just looks cool. And look at the mountains. See? They all got supports. Yeah, 6. When I said I was spending hours each day doing this, I was not kidding. I was not kidding. All right, here comes our first stop. This is an old-style village up here. This is old-fashioned. I had to update it with beds and villager professions, because it did not originally come with it. Welcome to Pioneer Point. Look at this beautiful terrain. Just love that classic 1.8 terrain. Large biomes. Yeah. Plenty of places to build. You're going to see how the terrain gets more complicated as it starts getting to the later versions. But yeah, look at that. You can see the rail way out there in the distance. So yeah, you see the pathway? The pathway is the old gravel. The houses and everything are all new. Apparently I put a different door there. I put the classic red beds in here because that's what was out at the time. But yeah. All right. Let's continue. We'll hop in this thing here. Oh, you snotty little thing. Let's try this again. I'm still working on the, come on. Forward. Forward. There we go. We'll be coming up to the rail that I did in survival mode pretty soon. Right now, this one here, I made in a style that I would have done in survival if I wanted to spend the next, 12 months doing it. Okay, we got a house up here. The story is that this villager was just out here by himself, lost. So I made him a house, gave him a profession, fenced him in for his protection. So he's a little nomad out there. All right, this village coming up here is Marcia's Peak. This is a village that my wife had worked on. She saved it and built. I built this rail station. We are now on the survival rail. This was all made in survival. So yeah, that's what that is over there. So you can tell how simple this rail is. This one, and I don't want to update this because it's got character, it's got story, it's got background. So you can see I had some stuff there. There's like a cave I was working in. Oh, by the way, we'll be going underwater. We'll be going over hills and mountains. We'll be going through tunnels. This is just a regular dugout tunnel. Yeah, wait till you see the ones that are coming. I thought this was just a pretty area to go through. All right, and that village over there is called Undecided because we didn't know what to name it. And that was the first village that my wife saved and started building and enhancing over there. I've got some walkways and stuff that I made before I made the rail. You see, I got a walkway going out. So we're still on the survival track. We're going to be approaching a village that I have found and rescued. I meant to build something here, just haven't gotten around to it. That was a long time ago, too. And there's the village up there. I forgot the name of it. Okay, now the track that we're on is creative again. I still wanted to kind of keep this survival-like. So I kind of did some simple stuff with there. But now you see that we have a little bit of a different design now. Hey, Lawless. Okay, thanks for subscribing. I appreciate that. And by the way, there is a horizontal version of this stream going right now, so if you would rather see a horizontal version rather than a vertical version, that is playing at the same time. Alright, we have a village coming up here. That's our next stop. That is the village of Hamlet. It is tiny. And again, it's an old village. We're still in 1.8.7 terrain. Like I said, this is large biomes. I rendered a huge area for this. And it's a really tiny village, too. It doesn't even have any homes. All right, here we are at Hamlet. I'm running, I don't mean to. Now, something I've been doing at some of these places, I've been adding a little bounty board with quests. Help us grow. Gardens, more friends, statue or landmark, farms and animals. This is stuff, so basically I'm building a huge world that I can play survival in. So when I come here and do these quests, I can do it in survival mode. But yeah, all we have here is a church, we have a library, we have a blacksmith. And that is all that is here. So I put beds in here and there. I've got their job objects in a few places. There's a bed in here. I replaced the furnaces with the blast furnace, so that way they've all got something to do. I've been putting like this, these two things in the old church. So yeah, so I mean, and also too, I can come back here in survival mode and build a house for them. So no one says that you have to build your world completely in survival. I mean, there wasn't one person in Rome, that built Rome, okay? It was built by several people. So, you don't have to be the only person in this world that does stuff. Just remember that. All right. Let's continue. Name on the sheep? The sheep? What? Yeah, well, 6, having to live at work is nuts. Guess what I did for over 2 years in trucking? I lived inside a truck. I was living where I was working. It was like camping out. You remember all when I told you that there's large biomes? Wait till we get to the ocean. Wait till we get to the ocean. Another bridge. Remember, it's got supports. It's not just floating up in the air. We're getting ready. We're getting ready to cross the ocean. And then we'll be going into some new modern terrain here pretty soon. Here comes our first tunnel. Our first decorated tunnel. We have a new design for the rail now. And here we go. Across the ocean we go. Hola. How are you doing, Jurgen? Welcome to the Minecart ride of the century. 25,000 blocks long, over an hour, because there are stops along the way. Think of it as a road trip. Okay, we'll be coming up to an island up here, which I am going to make it a survival island. So I can come back here in survival mode. There's actually one tree over there. See, and I can play on a separate version that doesn't have this rail, and then build and stuff over there. and then merge that in with this map. We're still in 1.8.7 terrain, by the way. Now you see a little tower over there. That's got some ideas that I want to do in regards to the survival island. So that's just for my reference over there. Back to the ocean. Do I have an egg? Yes, I do have an egg. Yeah, I picked it up from a chicken along the way. Hey, you know, it's protein. If you're working out and going to the gym, protein is important. And eggs are a good thing. Especially hard-boiled eggs. I eat a couple of those in the morning. We got another island coming up here. Isn't this crazy? Look how big this ocean is. Our next stop is going to blow your mind. Wait till you see the next stop. It is a natural generated village. Wait till you see it. It is one of the coolest places. There's several. But this blew my mind when I found it. Found it completely by accident. I found it because I was making this rail. I stumbled across it. I'm like, holy damn, that is so cool. We are almost getting to new terrain. As a matter of fact, what you're seeing over there, that is new terrain after caves and cliffs. That was actually generated, I think, 1.26, I think. All right, we finally crossed the ocean. We have a jungle over here. Welcome to the jungle. If you know, you know. We've got fun and games. Got a small little, spruce forest over here? Actually, I think this is part of the old terrain right here. But we are going into new terrain now. Not yet. That over there is. See, do you see the supports? Those go all the way to the bottom of the ocean. We're gonna make minecart rides cool again. We're gonna make it great again. Our next tunnel. All right, we are at our next stop here. This is so far the only subway stop in the world, and this is Iron Hall, and it is a naturally generated village underground. Look at this. The pathways were up above. I cleaned all that up. But all the buildings spawned in here. This is like one of the coolest things I've seen. See, I even got animals down here too. So yeah, I went ahead and torched this place up. I added a sea lantern there to give that some light. Right now we're in peaceful, okay, so there's not going to be zombies or anything spawning. I put paintings up on the walls. So I got one there. I have like a little flower thing over here somewhere. Little pathways that I made. I don't know what they're doing. But look at this. I got like a little art gallery here. Then we got, you know, like a little flower garden and stuff. Right, we got a horse in here. I did not put that horse in here. It was there. It spawned in there. And I don't know what's going on with these villagers, but they like leaving doors open. I don't know what the heck is going on with that. Sebastian, you're kind of fun because I love Minecraft. Victor says hi. Sebastian says yo. Yo, yo, yo. So we'll go up top here. I created this staircase. So yeah, I mean, I connected everything together. So I got the staircase here. See, look at this. I closed these doors. They keep opening them. Like, stop it. Stop leaving doors open. So I filled all that with glass. This was up here. So we're up on the surface. So all the pathways and stuff are up here. And there were no buildings. They all spawned underneath. Now this over here, I'm still working on this. This is going to be a 2x3 door. Piston door. So I haven't finished that up yet. But that's it. We move on. Back on the rail we go. Which is not this direction. There we go. Yeah, I put these gates here because yeah, I don't want those villagers running over here and getting in the way and stuff. All right, new rail design. And we got ourselves another tunnel. Oh, well, thank you there, Caleb. Appreciate that. We are coming up to Cherryville. Even made a huge billboard for it. This is our next stop. Now, this place actually has a link to the Nether roof and the ice highway. It was one of the first ones, I think, that I connected to. Now, instead of going through the mountain, I thought, yeah, you know what? Let's just make a staircase. Oh my, I forgot to put a staircase there. Okay, I need to, something to do. Something to fix. Little sign there. Some map art. Little pathway here. Look at this. It's a village inside this crater of a mountain. And the village up here, the village actually is partly up here and partly down there. So I made this staircase to link them up. Oh, well, thank you, Caleb. I appreciate that. Still got some work I wouldn't mind doing here, you know, like adding little stairs and stuff. But yeah, look at this. Look at that view. Is this not crazy? Look at this. You gotta admit, this is freaking cool. I was going to take the rail through here, but since I had already built this stair, I thought it'd be cool to put another one over there. Okay, so here's the nether portal. This one links up to the roof, and I'll show you. So yeah, this was one of the first connections that I made. My base is off in that direction, not too far away. But yeah, so we got the ice highway here, which connects to another main line back over there. Yep, I am doing vertical and horizontal. Alright, let's head back to the rail and let's continue the journey. Oh, no way! We don't want to make a rail. Let's make it a stair... Jeez. We'll make it a staircase. It's more fun. See, look at this. They're just leaving the doors open. Shut the door. What's wrong with these villagers? Don't they know zombies come around here? Where the hell's the gate? Oh, there it is. I'm going to clear the weather up here in a bit. Because, see, you can't see the scenery if it's sitting there raining and stuff. Also, there's a lot of little caves and trenches and stuff like that that's just great for building. That's all stuff that I can do in survival mode also. So pretty much, you know, creative is used to set the stage. And survival is the play. I also made a bounty board up here with some quests and stuff to do. Do I mine? Yeah, I mine. I don't do everything in creative. I do when I'm building, you know, a world that's 60 gigabytes in size. So here goes 6. It's not quite nighttime, but you're getting kind of an idea of what it looks like. You like that? I want to get signs like this at a lot of different places. They're kind of like billboards. All right, let's clear that weather up. Magic, just like that. That way you can see the terrain. All right. There's my little button over here. Sebastian says, hey guys. Vic Dare says, sick world. Sick? Nah. Sick is kind of gross. This is a cool world. This is an awesome world. It's not the kind of world that makes you go, no way. It's not sick. It's awesome. That's still the mountain there. We have another stop up here. This just happens to be a village that's outside of the mountain. What armor am I wearing? That kind of armor. I got diamond with gold pants. All right, so this is Whisper Valley. And I wanted to bring the minecart mine rail closer, but I would have been going through the sunflowers. We're in a sunflower plain here, and I didn't want to do that. Plus, I don't think every rail has to be close to a village. Why not have something to where, you know, you got to walk a little bit? So, there's the village up there. We got a church up on the hill. There's actually a valley down there, too. So, it's a little bit of a distance, so I don't want to head over there. Not really a whole lot of work has been done over here yet. It's just something that I discovered when I was building the rail. And also, it gets a little complicated as far as the terrain around here, which is another reason why I didn't build a rail over here. Lawless says you can't get the ice. I made 2 interceptor models found on channel. Caleb says. Okay, do you see out there in the distance? Do you see the supports? Yeah, like I said, this is not a floating rail. Got a village up there. I don't have any connections to it, so it's just sitting up there. Look at this. Look at what we got coming up here. We're heading into an ice spike biome. We got a little floating island over there. That thing's tiny. I'm not straight, that's why. We have another tunnel coming up. This one's a bit longer. Six is missing a pretty cool tunnel. Yep, this is a long tunnel here, so relax. There's the mountains are just huge in this area. Bastion says he's been here from the start. Okay, new rail design coming up. We're now in a taiga, I believe. There's the coordinates. We've gone from negative 20,000 on Z to negative 15 now. You can go ice skating. By the way, I made the supports all the way to the bottom here too. And I don't mean the ice. It goes through the ice. I try to go around mountains in some cases. Other times I just go right through them. Heather, hey, how are you doing? I think I was spending the past month doing this thing. Yeah, about a month. Like maybe 4 or 5 hours every single day. And this is just the first phase. There's going to be a lot more. Got icebergs and stuff up here. We do have another stop coming up. Yeah, creative. Are you kidding me? Do you seriously think I did all this in survival? Heck no. The only part that was survival was towards the beginning. Not at the beginning, but close to the beginning. All this, absolutely not survival. Come on now. I won't live long enough to do this in survival. Oh, this is up to date. This is 26.1.2. And all the other worlds are merged into this one, but I can still play them separately and update this world. All right, here's our next stop. Did I put a sign here? Yeah, here it is. This is Glacier's Edge. Just a place that I found along the way. Not a planned stop or anything. I came through here and added the stairs. Got some igloos. Yeah, just a, you know, a small little place. Nothing big. But I thought it was worth making a stop to. I might make some quests or something and come back here in survival mode and do some stuff. Or I just might come here to do trading. Sebastian says he thinks I am the... Okay, I think. I thought it was fire. There's another ice spike over there. We should be getting to the Great Green Expanse pretty soon. That's like a huge plains of like 2,000 blocks long. Now, after a minecart journey, if you're interested, we can take the ice highway out to Beta and Alpha. Do I have my alpha set up? Yeah, I have my alpha set up along with pre-classic. So you can see all that if you want. That's out 120,000 blocks on the X and Z. It is way out there. Some of these rail designs I found online and kind of made my own little tweak to them. Some of them are inspired by stuff, and I kind of did it on my own, so did a lot of, you know, experimenting around and designs and stuff. I tried to make it different throughout the journey, so that way we got new and interesting things to see along the way. I think we have a tunnel. No, not yet. We're going around. We do have another stop coming up. What do I think the best ore in the game is? I don't know. I've never used netherite, so I don't really know. This is called Stillwater Crossing, and this is a farming community. That's all that's here are just farmers. So I created this little village, okay? So there's no actual village here. I did this myself. So I made that house, I made this. Get out of my way. So yeah, they're all farmers. And you got this nice big lake here. Goes off in that direction. And then Stillwater Crossing continues over here on this side. And more farms. More villagers. Another house. Look at that. We got a big tree over there on that hill over there. So, do you see the rail? Do you see all the supports that I've got? Like I said, this is not a floating rail. I took the time to make supports and stuff. So in some cases, the land itself supports it. But in other cases, I made supports. So you can see I made supports there. Alright, let's go back onto the rail, which I'm dubbing the Prime Line. We're going back to the Prime Line. Should you add moving parts? I don't know, actually. I'm not really overly familiar with the interceptors. Look at that lake. It's a pretty area. Alright, another tunnel. That chicken almost got in my way. It sounds like it looks better with the moving parts. That sounds pretty cool. Do you see how much more complicated the terrain is now? Compared to the original 1.8.7 terrain? It's much easier to build in. This is difficult to navigate. We got a stop coming up here. Okay, so this one, I really haven't done anything with, but I did make a set of quests and stuff where I can come back in survival mode and do some stuff. This is, oh yeah, there's two places here. There's the lower warden, and down there is the upper warden. We'll take a look at it. And they have lore. There's a reason why this one is lower and the one down there is upper. Yeah, there's a reason for that. I don't have a pathway that connects it. Here, let's turn the weather off or clear it up. There's a nether portal out there in the middle of the lake, and then there's the village right out there in the distance. That is the upper Warden, sorry. And that's a really big village down there. And that is really small. That is the lower Warden. And each one, they have their lore. They each one believe they have the truth as to why it's called what it is. But there's a real truth. Which is to be discovered. Do I not have any... Oh, yes, I do. Okay. I'm like looking for the buttons. Okay, we're going to be crossing an area that's got a chunk border because we're blending in two different types of terrain generation from two different types of seeds. We have ourselves another tunnel. So the chunk border is over here. Now, I cleaned this up and Axiom to smooth things out the best that I could. So the chunk border is like right there. Hey man, the tunnels are fun. I mean, it gives you a chance to really be creative and really make some neat stuff. We are now entering the country of the Great Green Expanse. This is a naturally generated prairie or plains that is over 2,000 blocks long. It originally had like 7 villages that spawned. I merged 2 different versions, one with structures and one without, because I did not want all of those villagers. I did not want all those villages. We have a little village out there. I don't think we have a stop though, so just a little small place. That's because there were some villagers that just happened to be lost out there. So I built them a little spot. We're going to be coming up to the city, the first city in this world. How do I merge stuff? MCA selector. Make backups before you merge. You can also do some merging with, not Axiom, but the old MC Edit, Amulet. MCA selector is the best one. We got a pillager tower over there. There wasn't a lot of those, so I left those in. But yeah, 7 villages in this area? No, sorry, I had to clean all that up. That was just way too many. Villages spawn way too much now. Did I make that for something? I think that's the original spawn of this seed, I think. I think is what that little tower is. I might do something over there. Now keep in mind, what you're seeing here is a completely different world merged into this one. So this is a different seed compared to the actual world itself. I find features from other seeds and I'll merge them in here. We have another tunnel. "313 miles per hour for tornado." Oh my goodness! That's crazy. And we have another rail design? No, this is the same one. Here comes the city. Look at that big house over there. Welcome to Horizon City, everyone. Look at the big billboard up there. That's like over 200 maps. That took me several days to do. Yeah, that up there is map art, and it is over 200 maps. I forget how much. It's like 240, 50, I don't know. It was some insane amount of maps. Okay, so now this one, these were not built by hand. These are actually structures from Bedrock. I have some add-ons on Bedrock, which are, they're add-ons where you create structures with blueprints and stuff like that. That's what these are. I really wasn't using them on Bedrock, but I wanted to convert them and bring them in here into Java. Now, they do not convert 100%. So, like the banners and stuff, I had to remake those. Those do not transfer from Bedrock to Java. So I had to remake those, all entities. This originally came with custom NPCs. So I had to use command blocks and make my own. So they sell art supplies. So basically they sell dyes. This one sells and this one buys. So I got one that buys dyes and another one that doesn't. Oh yeah, all the paintings and stuff, I had to replace all of those too. So I went through the original structure on Bedrock and then I went through and matched it up as close as I could get it. Yeah, we got different shops here. This is a coffee shop. This is Clara. You can sell like cocoa beans and stuff. Cookie. Here you go. Here's that cookie. An emerald. You can buy yourself a cookie and some cakes and some other stuff. Yeah, the tree, that is also from the structure, or craftable. It's like craftable houses, craftable city, stuff like that. So no, I'm not going to say I did this. I did do the lights. I put the road. Let's see. I think this, yeah, this is a bookstore. So got some stuff there. Now these do not have any AI. Okay, so they're not going to move around. They're custom. I made them. Oh, there's no door. Okay. They're also invulnerable, so zombies and stuff that come through here are not going to be able to kill them. We got a record store. I'm actually going to be making a few of these throughout the world. They are going to buy and sell records, and not all of them are going to be available. So you can collect all the different records and stuff and sell like ones that you collect, you know, kind of like a, you know, record store where you can buy and sell stuff. And then we got a sports shop. It was kind of hard to figure out what to do with this guy. So I got like leather boots. He came up with his own discount. Throwing eggs and snowballs. We got saddle, arrows. So I kind of did my best to kind of come up with something. Okay, the fountain, this I made. All right, that I made. The nether portal, I made this. This actually goes up to the nether roof as well. So we'll go check that out. So here we go. The Great Green Expanse. That was before I came up with the name of the city. We've got two of the statues up here. And the Ice Highway. Oh, I haven't put the animals up here yet. I need to do that. We have a little playground over here. The train station I made. The bridge, I made the bridge. Okay, those statues, okay, those are from a structure. They're actually houses. They're like, it's called mob houses, so like craftable mob houses or something like that. Okay, so the pathway and everything I made. Now this here is actually a village, and I started to redecorate, repaint, give new textures and stuff. That house looks awesome, right? No, I did not do that. as much as I'd like to say that I did, no, I did not do that. That is from the craftable houses. Now, the interesting thing about this, I had to fix all the glass because the glass was not showing up correctly. So I had to fix all that. I had to put the door there because I didn't have one. It had all custom furniture that was made with armor stands and stuff. So I had to come through here and decorate it all myself. So yeah, like I said, it's not a 100% conversion. I did have to come through here and do some work. And then with the village over here, I wanted to go with a similar color scheme as the house. So I started coming through here and updating the houses, kind of, giving them a unique look from each other, trying to make them a little different, not all the same. More of the lamps. I added all the pathways and everything. I got a pathway that goes down here and up there and around here. Did I add... No, this fountain was here. I made it look pretty. There's a cave down here. I went ahead and I glassed it up. We got some more bedrock structures that I brought in. So that sheep over there, the chicken, those are from craftable mob houses on bedrock. That cow over there is. And this apartment building is from craftable city on bedrock. So yeah, I'm turning this into a city. Why? Why not? Every world's got to have a city of some kind, right? Oh yeah, I went through here and I put moss on the side so that way it didn't look ugly. It's got some nice green along the side instead of just dirt. Henry Buckwaller says hi. Hello. Welcome to the stream. We still have... We're at negative 90,000 blocks. We started at negative 20,000. And keep in mind, we were at negative 9,000 on the X. We're now at negative 46. So, I think we're halfway. Let me back up a little bit here. We now leave Horizon City. Say goodbye. I based that off of the picture there, or the the town. Actually, I did that before I started updating the original village out here. Lots of interceptors. That's cool. Oh, by the way, we have a new rail design. Nice puffy tree right there. We're still in the Great Green Expanse. That's how big this is. And this was not large biomes. This was just a regular, normal world. If you watch Minecraft and Chill, I got a lot of the seeds from him. So I copied a lot of the features from those worlds and put it into this one. And this was one of them here. Cherryville's another. Everything in between was naturally generated. Wait till you see our next stop. This is gonna blow your mind. This next stop we're going to is gonna blow your mind. Dominator, Tornado Attack, Tornado Puncher, Titus. Look at this huge incline here. There's a reason we're going this high. Watch the skies. Keep your eye on the skies. Whoa. I missed a spot. Well, there goes that. That's not good. Apparently I missed it. This was working, so I must have broken it somewhere. And let's go to creative here. Let me fix this. We're gonna need another minecart. The other one's gone. The other one's down there. So, oh wait, here it is. All right, back to survival. Yeah, this was working. It just, I must have broken it or something. Remember, keep an eye on the sky. You see that? That's planned. That's supposed to happen. Here is our next stop. I've got a whole bunch of quests over here. This is Thunder Pass. It always rains here. It always rains up here. You may be thinking, how? Command blocks. I love command blocks. You can do so many cool things with them. So I'll be coming back in survival mode, and I've got all these quests that I came up with. Help us grow, build a town hall, cover the railway from the rain. So, you know, the little stop there. They would like to have a happy gas, a place for storage, open trade with another village, a new farm, improve our homes, a glass roof for the hole. There's a big hole over here. Right here. They want a glass ceiling for that. Yeah, so we got a few villagers here. Now, to get it to where the lightning is striking all the time, but keeping the village safe, I've got lightning rods, several of them, in different spots around the hill. Yeah, the actual command blocks are underneath here. That took a little bit to get programmed to get this to work correctly. But there's a repeating command block when I'm within range of this area where it always rains. All right, Caleb. You're not going to stay up all night? What? You're missing all the good stuff. Especially when we leave. You don't want to leave yet. Wait till you see what happens. Yeah, hang on, Caleb. Don't leave yet. Not yet, not yet. Just wait. Wait for it. Just a few seconds. Watch the sky. See that? See that? It clears up. So it only rains up there. Once you leave, it clears up again. Okay, you can go to bed now. It's okay, the stream will still be up. You'll still be able to watch. Yeah, I just wanted you to see that part. Oh, a small little airport. I like that, G-Jet. Not too bad of an idea. By the way, hello. Here's our next stop. Our next stop here. This is the town of Coastwatch. This was another village. I went ahead and redecorated. But I also added some add-on structures from Bedrock. That lighthouse is one of them. And there's a couple of ships out here, too. So I made the pathway and everything. I cleaned it all up out here. But yeah, so those two ships out there. We got one that's docked. And I can go in with Axiom. And I can move them. So, you know, we can come back and, like, you know, maybe a different ship is there or something like that. So they're the same ship. They're just redecorated with different materials. But these are both they're both from an add-on in Bedrock that I converted over here to Java. So, and then I got a little dock down there. And there are villagers over on the boat, too, so, you know, they have to have a crew. Yep, so I worked on all the paths. I updated this fountain. Remember I told you how the rails has got support structures? It's not floating. It's got support. Where there's water, it goes all the way to the bottom. We can swim if you don't believe me. I stand by what I say. And I did that because I wanted to. I want authenticity in my world. And just a floating rail, just blah, just I don't like it. I don't like. Do I have any buttons? Oh my goodness, I don't have a button. Now I do. I would have gone nowhere quick. We need a button here so I can press this and get going here. I have to come back and put a better button. Vex likes playing. Hello. How are you? Oh, Caleb says add McDonald's. Ew. It's gross. We can add a burger joint, though. Of some kind. Well, the city we were at earlier, Horizon City, can have an airport, definitely. That's going to be a long-term project, building that city. There's no way I'm doing that in survival. That thing's going to be too big. But it's going to be a destination that we can visit. I think we've left the Great Green Expanse, I think now. Or we're on the very edge of it. So we're returning back to natural terrain inherent of this seed. Oh, yeah, we have another stop here. So, got a really, tiny little village here. This is called Riverwatch. And... oh, I made... look at this. Please help us build. We could really use... why does that say e-build? Oh, rebuild. Oh, okay. There's no villagers here, I don't think. I think they're all gone. So, we could use a nice boat, a watchtower, docks and fishing, Cherry Grove settlement. There's a Cherry Grove not far from here, so they'd like to have a settlement up there. More friends. Okay, there might be a couple of villagers over here somewhere. So, and those quests, those are all... yep, I hear a door. Those are all survival quests. So I can come back here in survival mode, and have some fun. And be like a little story. So, we're creating the world. Where are we as far as coordinates? We're at negative 5,000. We started at negative 20,000, remember. Well, you're welcome to build some stuff on a world. And then I can... this world is big, so I can take stuff from your world and I can copy it into this one. Matter of fact, I wouldn't mind having an area somewhere on the map where viewers can submit buildings and stuff like that. This world is not going to be publicly available. It is too big. It is 60 gigabytes in size. It'll get much larger, but you can submit builds from other worlds of your own. You can do stuff on a flat world, which actually is not too bad of an idea, and I can import them in to this one. So there are ways that you can build and be a part of this world. You just can't be a part of it directly. Look at this tunnel. Okay, now we're going to be going way up into the sky. We got a long ways to go up here. Oh, no, 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 no. What the heck happened here? Somehow this got busted. Ah, I thought I fixed that. I lost my minecart somewhere down there. Alright, we gotta fix this. I thought I tested this. Okay, there we go. Back to survival. Let's go over here. I'll set it down here. Alright, our next stop is coming up here. Okay, this is Sky Reach Village. We are pretty much close to this cherry biome over here and ice spikes over there. I went through here, cleaned things up, made pathways, customized the buildings. Do you see the supports? I tried to make this so that way I could keep that open there, because otherwise if the supports going down would have been a mess. This does have a nether portal, but this is a regular nether portal. This does not go to the roof. We've got a little area over here. We've got a cave. So I can come back in survival mode and do some stuff over there. There is... Okay, this is just another way to the... Yeah, that's not a staircase. That is part of the support. There's a villager over here, I think. Oh, well, he left. I don't know where he went. Ah, here we go. So, maybe he went down here. So, all this village kind of sprawled across this mountain here. So, I came in here and connected it up with pathways and, you know, clean things up and stuff. I might create another nether portal. One up there and one down here. I'm not sure. All right, we continue our journey. We now have another design for the rail. You can see the support structures for the rail over here. tunnel, we go down. We go down a long ways. Another tunnel. This one's not overly decorated, but I still did something with it. We're now moving on the x-axis. Remember, on the x, we started at negative 9,000, negative 20,000 on the z. We're now to negative 35 on the x, negative 38 on z. We have an underwater tunnel that's going to be coming soon. You know, for our maiden voyage, not too bad. We had a couple of hiccups along the way, but I fixed those. Oh, we have a floating cross. Or a plus sign over there. Look at that. We got some decent building areas out here. So can always come back along this line and build some stuff. Not everything has to have a connection to the nether roof, or the nether for that matter. That gives each method of transportation a purpose. Even horses. I can make pathways and stuff where you have to walk to a certain village, or take a horse, or anything like that. It gives everything a purpose. Nathan says hi and says, bro, you missed quite a bit. What the hell? Why did we stop? Oh, there's something underneath here. It's a sheep or something. It got stuck in here. Look at that. There's a sheep in there. Well, I'm going to switch to creative here. Grab myself a piece here. Really? Well, okay, there goes the sheep. Bye! Where did I break that piece at? Oh, here it is. Well, crap! Now I gotta get another minecart. That sheep is long gone. I'll go back to survival mode. I'll catch up with the sheep eventually. Yeah, G-Jet, he is going on a long ride. That's like 20,000 blocks in the other direction. Hey, keep watching, Nathan. We're going to be going underwater here pretty soon. You're going to see some serious stuff here pretty soon. Really? What the heck is wrong now? Oh, shoot.
He's gonna see some real serious stuff, huh?
Yeah. All right, I got another thing I got to fix. Oh, we're a stop here. Okay, this is because this is a stop. I'm like, why the heck did we stop? There's a village here. That's why.
Don't even know your own thing.
I don't even know my own thing. I don't know where I'm at. All right, so yeah, we got a little village here. Did I even make a staircase down here? I don't know. No. No, I just made a stop here. So, oh wait a minute, there's a staircase over here. No, there's not. Well, there's one down there. All right, anyway. Yeah, I don't even have a name for this place yet, so I saw the buttons and I'm like, why do I have buttons over here? I'm like, oh, because it's an actual stop.
It's the mysterious stop.
It's the mysterious stop. What time is it for me in real life? 6:52. It's going on 7 o'clock.
Cat feeding.
It's cat feeding time, according to my wife. Sorry, not my wife, the cats. The cats rule the house. If you have a cat, you know. You don't own a cat owns you. So we're still in modern terrain, 26.1.2, but we will be going back to 1.8.7 terrain when we get to the ocean. Actually, before that, there is a very, very pretty area that we're going to be stopping at. You're going to love it. $9.55. You can't go to bed yet, okay? The cool stuff is coming. I've looked around on YouTube. I have not found anyone who has done a rail like this. Not in single player. There is a server that I definitely want to check out called, I think, like the Minecart Transit Authority or something like that. And yeah, they've got some really detailed rails, but it's also a multiplayer server. They got a lot of people working on it. This is just me. Well, thankfully, those pigs weren't in the way. Oh, why they're spawning? There's no grass in here. They shouldn't be spawning in here. Yeah, we're going across the swamp here. Got a birch forest over there. There we go! We're underwater. Wait a minute. Yeah. No. Yes. Yes. We're underwater. Okay. You will be able to see outside. We're just happen to be in the cave right now. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I made this stop here because when I was building through here, we had this cave. So I thought this was kind of cool. So I lit up this area right here, and then I fenced off the other areas, and I can come back here in survival mode and do some mining and stuff. Pretty soon, you're going to be able to see the ocean. Just not yet. As a matter of fact, there it is. We're at the bottom of the ocean. And there's something really, really cool coming up. We're in the old terrain now, 1.8.7, but the new terrain is over there. Sea life over there, no sea life over here. You're 9 years old. Cool, well, welcome. Check this out. We're going right by an ocean monument. Okay, we'll be coming out of the ocean here pretty soon. What the heck is this? What was I guess I didn't finish this part. Back to creative. I thought I fixed this. I am afraid of what's on the other side. Oh, okay. Is there water over here? See, I had to soak up water and stuff. I guess I hadn't quite finished this area yet. Okay. Oh, I lost my torches too. So we're working out the bugs here. Hey, you know, every maiden voyage has got bugs of some sort. All right, back to survival. Nathan. All right. 1.8.7 terrain again. We're getting close to our final destination. Oh, we have another stop though. You're going to get a kick out of this one. Look at this. All right. This is what I call Creeper Cow Village. So we got cow houses. We got a creeper house over there. We have a moo bloom cow over here. A creeper head over there. Yes, I did put a no, that's a mushroom cow. I did put a moo bloom cow in here because moo bloom, we need them. We want them. Put them in Minecraft. Stop messing around, Mojang. Give us what we want. I've got a sawmill over here. So all of these buildings you see here, these are from Bedrock. They're from an add-on that I have called Mob House, Craftable Mob Houses. So I found this cool area. I thought it would be nice and flat. I thought it would be kind of neat to kind of build in. And I converted these over from Bedrock and placed them down and put in the farms and the little chairs and stuff. Oh, I guess that didn't work. Keep going. There we go. I have a Discord, Nathan. You can send a friend request there if you want. I think I put a link to it on my channel. I'm not sure. It's on Killer TV. It's on my other one. This is our old 1.8.7 terrain. Now the world that we're in here, this world is originally a 1.8.7 world. So, and this was a world that my family and I, my wife and my daughter, played on. So that's where we're actually getting close to. We got a village right over there. I did not make a stop, apparently. So, you know, just let them be what they are. Here says, yo. Yo, lo, 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 lo. We'll check the coordinates. We are now at negative 3,500 on the axis and 170 on the X. Remember, we were negative 9,000 on X, negative 20,000 on Z. That's when we started. Oh, we got an old village out here. Remember, these are the old style villages before the Village and Pillage update. So we got the old gravel pathways, the old style houses. I had to come in here and put in the beds. I made sure they were the red beds to kind of keep it accurate to the time frame. Gave them job profession, so they got something to do. Otherwise, they wander around and get lost. I don't have a name for this place yet. So these were all some of the first places I connected to on the rail, so I hadn't come up with names for them, as opposed to the first destinations we were going to. from my main base. Are you on Java? Yes, I am on Java. But with that in mind, there is stuff from Bedrock that I have converted and brought into Java. This, you folks are going to love. This is called Zulu Gardens. I asked my wife for a name for this place, and she said Zulu. So I came up with Zulu Gardens. And I did this. There's a flower forest right over there. So I made this a peaceful retreat where you can come here, you can relax. There's a couple of caretakers here. They've got a house. Yeah, I think that's their house there. Down here leads you to the flower forest. I have to copy a pale garden tree and bring it in here because that's not going to grow. So I'll use Axiom to grab a pale garden tree, because even using bone meal that does not make that thing grow. So I need to transport one over here. But yeah, I wanted to do like all kinds of farming stuff and flowers and all kinds of stuff. I got boats out there, so that way you can go on a little boat ride if you want to. And remember, this is old terrain, okay? This is old terrain. So, there are corals over here. Those were hand-placed. Those are not natural. I placed those there. I put the sea lanterns in there. I put the magma blocks in there. So that way this can light up at night. As a matter of fact, let's take a look at it, at what it looks like at night. There we go. Oh yeah, there's a floating little island over there. I put flowers and stuff up there too. So yeah, nice little peaceful retreat. I've got a little like hobbit house. Ow! Oh, not over here. Okay, yeah. Is that one? No. Yeah, there's a little hobbit house over here. Okay, yeah, so that's one for one villager. But look at this. Is this not... This is a pretty place. Got jack-o'-lanterns in here. Alright, we're going to go back to daytime. Just so you can see the scenery and stuff. I just made it past that cow. Again, there's like animals spawning in here. They're not supposed to do that. There's no grass in here. Stop spawning. I may have to put a command block or something that keeps cows from spawning over here. right, we have another ocean, another large ocean to cross. Am I going to be live tomorrow? I'm not sure. I might go back to the live Poly World. After spending weeks and hours on this rail, a nice little break would be nice. It's been crazy. Okay, so this ocean is just normal. This is just a normal world. This is not large biomes. It was only when we first started, and remember that was a world merged into this one. What you're seeing is the terrain from this original world, from this seed. Back in 1.8.7. We're getting close. Negative 2,000. We're getting close to our destination. Look at that thing out there. That's weird. That's wicked looking. Was that a tree? I think that's a little island with trees. I think that's what that is. So yeah, 1.8.7 terrain. This is all before caves and cliffs. This is before the ocean, update aquatic. So it's got all the original water. There's no plant life or anything underneath there. When am I sure? Oh, you have to go. No, we're almost there. It's all right. The horizontal version of this stream will be on the channel, so you'll be able to finish watching. We are now entering the family world. This is the country of Spearaville. The world is called Spira. Got a little tower there that I built. So all this area is survival. The rail's not, but all this other stuff is. We have a place over here called Obsidian Falls, which has got lava and a waterfall next to each other. That's why we called it that. And we do have a stop there. Oh, so actually we have 2 subway stops, as a matter of fact. This was the first one that I made. I did make one, right? Maybe I didn't. I don't think I made it yet. I think the idea is to make one. I don't know why I got the fences there. All that sweet plastic terrain. There we go. I got clip art up there. We're coming to the main rail station. It's not our final destination, but we're getting close. Alright, this is the main rail station. I have little vendors and stuff in here. There's a couple over there. There's one over here. This is the map of the area. So you can see the rail going up this direction. Or is that a pathway? That's a pathway. Oh, I need to update the map. The map doesn't show the rail here. It shows it here. I need to take the map and update it. But I've got the nether portal. This goes up to the nether roof. Alright, one more stop to go. My little eagle over there. Okay, not this stop. I have a farm over there. That's what this stop is for. No! No, 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 no. Okay, I haven't quite figured out that stop yet. It was my first design. It's supposed to go that way. There we go. Here we go. We're at our final destination. The rail does continue out that way, but that's not the thing for this particular series. I still have to make a map. This is going to be a zoomed out map, so this is going to cover a much larger area. Where's the staircase? Okay, here it is. Yep, so this is a survival world. I hand-built this village over here because there was no villages that were close at the time. And the villages that we did see, the zombies had killed them off, so... But this was my area. This is a custom portal that I need to fix. It teleports to Obsidian Falls. It worked back in 1.10.2. They changed how commands work, so it doesn't work anymore, so I have to fix it. Some of the very first map art that I did. This is called Star Fox Junction. There's my statue over there. There's a funny little picture in here. So these are the original villagers. They found a way on the top of this house. So I took a picture of them and turned it into map art. And I did this. Where is this? I don't even know what this map is of. Down here is a whole bunch of command blocks. These were all little experiments and stuff that I was working on. as far as teleporters and all kinds of stuff that just no longer work. So I think I'm going to keep this as a museum because I got signs and all kinds of stuff. My original mine is down there. He got trapped in here, so I'm just going to leave him there. This here, it goes to the nether. Does not go to the nether roof. It goes to the actual nether. And I have an on-off switch, so kind of cool. And the nether is the original nether, not the one from the nether update. That's the old nether there. Got some more map art. I made this fountain here. The Fountain of Dreams. Some of the first tutorial houses I worked on. There's one over there. There are some others there. So I looked up some tutorials. And then that's my daughter's statue right there. And that tree house is hers. And then my wife is over there. And her first survival house in this world is over there. Yeah, here is the rail. The rail continues about another 2,000 blocks out in that direction. It goes to a kingdom that I'm making for my daughter, dedicated to my daughter and her husband and their coming child. So yep, I'm going to be a grandfather towards the end of the year. And also this world I'm going to pass on to my grandchild. And they've got this huge world that they can travel in and play in and all kinds of stuff. So it's going to be something I'm going to leave to them. I don't know if it's a boy or girl yet. I tell you what, I'm going to be raising that little grandchild on the 80s. So there we go. That's it, folks. That is the 25, at least 25,000 block minecart ride. So I'll be making videos and stuff about it. There's going to be more traveling, more building, all kinds of stuff. I'll be doing separate little survival series, such as those quests that we saw. There's a lot of fun stuff on the way. This world has got a lot of lore to it. There's a lot of story here. And it's huge. So, thanks everyone for watching. I appreciate it. I hope you're having a good day. And we will see you later.